Good morning, Simte Gillespie University students and staff, Osheti Shakowin, and all Indigenous communities at large. I'm Keiton Guess of the Choctaw Nation coming to you live from our SGU Media Department. And in our studio, we have Lashaya Whipple, a freshman student in the LPN program.
Hi, my name's Shaya. I am a first year student at Sinte, but this is actually my second time taking classes here. I was actually a high school waiver for college English, 1 and 2, and yeah.
So, since we start off with that, how was your transition from high school to college?
I chose to stay close to home because I knew I wasn't ready to necessarily leave the reservation yet, and there was still stuff that I wanted to accomplish here. So I stayed here, and the transition wasn't too hard. It just felt like I was taking classes elsewhere. So that was cool. I think the only thing that I struggled with through the transition was probably the level that the classes were at. I think definitely the um my classes specifically for the nursing, so like A&P, CNA, medical terminology, I was definitely struggling with those at first, but I've had a good support system now. So
No, that's awesome. Because you spoke on something right there that really resonated with me, especially I've known you since you were in middle school, to see you transition and things like that. But when you said you knew you weren't ready yet, I think a lot of our native students here take that jump and not realizing they're not ready yet, and they go out there, and within a few weeks, they're right back, and now they don't have a certain plan in place. Was SU always Plan A, or did you have a Plan B, or plan? Was this Plan B, or did you go?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't have a plan until maybe the beginning of senior year, and I was just like, okay, my top choices were Sinte and SDSU because both were close to home or places that I can make it back home. And I think the driving decision was probably being able to finish the LPN course and take that first semester free. I think that really helped me choose to stay here, I guess.
Have you ever dealt with any adversity in your young adulthood, and how have you overcome some of your personal hurdles?
I probably the most adversity that I have probably dealt with is just maybe experiences in the workplace. The most or the longest job that I ever had was being a cashier, and transitioning from a cashier to more of a workplace environment was different, and having managers and supervisors that were present through every second of the day, it was a new experience, but I think it was an experience that probably helped me grow to some workplace.
You're a local kid around here, and young woman, but you went to Todd County. Who were some of the people there that encouraged you and supported you in a positive way?
Definitely my math and science teachers. I think I struggled getting interested in math and science, especially in middle school. I was very much an ELA kid, and then I got to high school, and it seemed like the teachers just flipped. All the math and science teachers were all hands on deck, and they were always, we were taking notes every day. There was always something new every day, and they expected it to be done. They pushed us, and I think that's what I really liked. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite courses here at SGU?
Right now, I have to say my favorite course is definitely the CNA course. I'm a hands-on learner, very visual learner, and so being in person sometimes, and especially with the labs, I think it's so fun. And even just being in the room is exciting. I'm looking around at all the supplies, and I'm like, wow, this is real.
No, that's awesome. I got a chance last week to come see you guys in your environment, and like I told you guys, it was inspiring. Because for one, I think you guys might be their younger group of students they have, but to see you guys really be engaged, and Michelle, she seems like a really great instructor. So it seems like you guys are really learning what you should be in there. Tell me a bit about your academic goals and professional dreams?
My ultimate goal is to specialize in labor and delivery nursing. I wasn't allowed like in I have five little sisters, and I wasn't allowed in the delivery room for any of them. But it was like always my dream to be there. I don't know why. It was just like that moment, that connection, and then like hearing the stories afterwards and how some of the stories weren't like the best with some of the nurses. I think it just inspired me. Like I want to become the type of nurse that my mom and my stepmom would have wanted me or would have wanted in the room with them.
Nice. What does it mean to you to be an educated Native American in today's society?
Wow. I think it's so important to be an educated Native American in this society. I mean, I run into people who like question if we still live in teepees or if what do we do on the reservations, and it's like, well, we kind of live the same way everybody else does. And being able to take classes like about my culture and history and also become educated in like the nursing stuff, it's super important to me because I just think we need more of it, like people who will understand Native Americans.
In terms of advancement and development, where would you like to see Wicoaye go?
I personally think I would like to see more in-person stuff, more in-person activities. I get told about a lot of things, but I will show up and then I feel like it's just like, yeah.
No, I totally understand. More social events and activities. Yeah, more things for you students to do around here. So I have one for you. If you could talk to a 14-year-old Lashaya, what advice would you give her in regards to her future?
I think I would say to her that there's like always a reason for everything and to be adaptable. Like, don't be so set on a path. I think that was something that I probably needed to hear back then.
Okay. So we've come to the end of our conversation. Are there any shout outs you want to give staff, faculty, friends, or family who have helped you on your personal journey?
I'll give a shout out to my parents, my dad, my stepmom, and my mom. And then all my sisters. They're a huge support system. They're so loving, and they're always willing to be my patients when I need to practice. So,
well, I just want to say thank you, Lashaya, for giving us your time and energy today. We wish you nothing but success in all your future endeavors. You're a vital asset to this higher learning institution and our student body, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask for anything. And we just want to say thank you for being one of our student leaders here on campus, and we hope you keep striving to inspire others. Thank you.
Thank you.